What's going on, guys? ShadowNinja here, and today we got another Destiny 2 video for you guys. Now, Act 2 is out, and specifically Act 2 of Revenant, and this brought us some new weapons to use, have fun with, and hopefully they are pretty good. Now, one of those weapons we're going to be talking about today is Noxious Vetiver. I'll be honest, I love this weapon, but it's only because of the God Roll. Will I say it is a must farm SMG? Maybe, honestly. But hopefully this video gives you a clear answer on whether or not you want to jump in and truly grind out for this God Roll. Now, before we jump into this video, talk about the God Roll and things like that, just want to get a few things out the way. My most recent video talks about a Banner of War build in Contest of Elders. That mode can get wild, so if you are a Titan like myself and need a solid build for this activity, check out this video after you watch this one. Also, if you guys enjoy the content and want more content like this from me, be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell to be notified for when I do drop more content. With that being said, let's jump into this video. So, Noxious Vetiver is an Arc precision frame submachine gun. And in this case, especially in PvE, that frame does mean a lot. Precision frame SMGs are not very good, and it's very important to reiterate, I am specifically talking about this in the PvE sandbox. And since this is a PvE God Roll video, this is the biggest hurdle people will have with this weapon and the weapon has with itself in the sandbox. Precisions are just not very good for PvE, and that's the bottom line. However, to its benefit, it has that one God Roll that maybe changes that. With that being said, let's jump in and talk about all the perks. So here on screen is all the perks that can roll with this weapon. Now, we'll be labeling it so you guys can follow. Now, all the way to the right with the origin tray, we talked about this multiple times, we'll reiterate it here. For this weapon, Dark Aether Reaper really does work out in this weapon's favor. Final blows with this weapon periodically spawn Dark Aether charges. Charges can be detonated early with weapons fire or by coming into contact with them. Doing so refills this weapon from reserves. And in the case of this weapon, it will basically overfill the magazine up to 140%. Now, over in column 4, we have jolting feedback, target lock, frenzy, redirection, vorpal weapon, desperate measures, and rampage. Over in column 3, we have loose change, to the pain, thresh, unrelenting, attrition orbs, pugilist, and heating up. And for magazines, we have accurized rounds, appended mag, tactical mag, extended mag, steady rounds, alloy magazine, and flared magwell. And for barrels, we're not showing them, but as you guys will see in the God Roll, there is kind of some stuff you want based on the fact that this is an SMG to keep in mind. But yeah, let's jump in and talk about the God Roll. So, when it comes to the God Roll, we want small bore, tactical mag, loose change, jolting feedback, and Dark Aether Reaper. In the case of a masterwork, I actually will lean on a reload speed masterwork if you really want to get cute with it. But in general, this is mainly going to be the fact that jolting feedback is a phenomenal perk. It pretty much is better than Volt Shot in my opinion, and having something like loose change is incredible for the fact that this archetype struggles with magazine size, meaning that it's going to need a solid reload. In the case of tactical mag, loose change getting procced by jolting feedback and a reload speed masterwork, roughly your reload speed will be around 1.4 seconds, and this is without any mods to your armor to really enhance that. Now, it's not make or break because Dark Aether Reaper can overfill the magazine, extending the shots, but as you guys can tell, or at least if you guys know precisions, the magazine size to damage output ratio really hurts itself, and loose change and jolting feedback really enhance that. Now, specifically jolting feedback, if you guys don't know, dealing repeated damage with this weapon inflicts a jolt, while amplified jolt is applied faster. So far, the testing has not been entirely there. However, with submachine guns, you're going to need to shoot over half your magazine in the case of potentially 18 to 13 shots. 13 is the amplified number to proc jolting feedback. And as you guys can tell, I mentioned this in the Vantage Point video, the pulse rifle really does work and is incredible with jolting feedback, and I still think that Vantage Point is better than this SMG. But in terms of finding use from it, again, SMGs with champion mods is going to be a thing as well. It is the main only perk in this column that really makes this precision frame worthwhile, and since it's going to be applying a elemental debuff to a target. This is where loose change comes into place. Applying an elemental debuff to a target increases this weapon's reload speed, aim assist, and movement while aiming down sights for a short duration. And this is a plus 50 reload and a plus 20 aim assist for about 4.5 seconds. This is a perfect synergetic combo to really make this precision frame SMG really compete with other SMGs out there. Will I say I will choose this over Ikelos potentially? I don't think I am there yet because I do think the archetype is just inherently better for Ikelos. However, I will bulge on the fact that jolting feedback really does a lot of carrying, and since it's an elemental debuff with loose change, a lot of ground is being made up here, where I think that this is the one precision frame SMG that I really think is worthwhile to use and chase, despite it being arguably the worst archetype in PvE Sandbox for SMGs. Again, that's just my opinion. If anything I said here did not convince you on the fact of you needing this SMG, then I totally understand, because the archetype is enough to do just that. But I'm gonna go out on a limb and saying that this, especially for the fact of jolting feedback and loose change as a combination, is something you're gonna at least want to have in your vaults, because you never know when you're going to want something like this, and if we're ever going to get something like this ever again, or at least for the foreseeable future. Because you know how Bungie is when it comes to releasing guns that are really good. Sometimes they just take forever to release more of them. But yeah, leave your thoughts down below on this weapon, your thoughts on this archetype, on the God Roll and things like that. If you have any comment down below, your feedback, maybe something I didn't cover about this weapon, definitely drop a comment down below. We can have a conversation about it, or you guys can converse with yourselves in the comment section. If you guys enjoyed, found this video informative, be sure to drop the video a like, helps out the video a ton. And of course, for more content from me, like I said earlier, be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell to be notified for when I do drop more content. But besides that, hope you guys have a good one. ShadowNinja here, and I'm out.